Alright, so the best part of life is that it comes to an end. Beautiful, bad, however your life was, it doesn't matter. At a certain point, you have to wrap it up and go. And that's the best part of it. Now, if you've been focusing on something, maybe you achieved something in your life, right? You've been doing some stuff that will remain after you. Brilliant. Maybe you'll be judged by your actions and whatever you did throughout your life, hopefully, especially for those that they've been horrible with others, right? And but there's no real confirmation and guarantee that that's going to happen anyway. But one thing is for sure is the way you manage to go through life and how you wake up in the morning, how you deal with things, whatever how your life is sets up. It's your responsibility, right? So if you are willing to improve, if you are willing to do something somehow better than whatever you were doing before, at the end of the day, it's a battle that you have to deal with yourself, right? It's something inside you that happens at your own will, and it has to do with your own self. Okay, nobody can install in you some sort of special program, some special course, special tutorial video, and all of a sudden changes you from being a cunt into being this brilliant human being. Okay, so you kind of have to learn yourself, right? And then it's all about how focused you are on what you're doing, right? How you establish a workflow, how you keep to that workflow, how you improve that workflow, right? How you find the right people to hang with and improve that and sort of be fruitful and connect and become, spread all that goodness that comes out of you, right? So, why you're doing what you're doing, whatever it is in this world, you always see people that will pick the easy way out, right? And the question is not about why these people are like this, right? Because there will be a thousand reasons. The question is, why are you focusing on those people? Since they're not bringing you any good, if they're not improving you, since they're not part of what you are interested in, then why are you letting them in? Why are you letting them affect you, your progress, stagnate you, stop you from becoming better? There will always be people trying to do that to you. Why do you think they're gonna always push you or something like that? You expect everybody to be your friend or something? That's some stupid shit. Okay, so learn ways to block them out. Learn ways to focus. Stay focused on your craft, whatever you're doing, bro. It doesn't matter. Okay, what you're doing. Stay focused on your craft. So we've been through a lot, right? You've been through loads of stuff, front end, back end. You go through the list and find all the videos that I created. Okay, find anything interesting there, go ahead and use it with care. Don't quote me on it. Get the benefits out of it, say thank you, and mind your business. Anyways, now we talk about ChatGPT, we talk about the AI SaaS, right? And with now we are going to talk about AI agents inside LangGraph, okay? Because it's in order to be productive, right? In order to have something coming up in a productive way, profitable way, somebody has to do the job, right? And it's hard to find the right people that will actually do the job according to your needs, right? It's hard, and it's hard to train them. And then people always turn into, they realize they want to do something else after you spend so much time on training them, right? They realize whatever reasons, bro. Okay, they start doing cocaine. They start losing the fucking jobs, minds at home, whatever. Right? They don't have a stable. They're not trustworthy like that all the time in anything, every single time, and it's hard to find them. Right? So in order to build uh, productive, profitable systems that will stay there for a long time at least, right? So therefore, we got to the point where we have these AI agents that will do at least the mental work for you to a certain extent. You create the system a working flow like that, and instead of having somebody that picks up the calls, you have an AI agent that answers the calls. So therefore, a chatbot, for example, and so on. So therefore, if you ever use the chatbot, you've seen the power of large language models. So therefore, you know, but what if you could give the model Go a set of tools and the ability to work on its own until the job is done? That would be amazing, right? That would be like hiring somebody that wants to be there at the job, right? You give them a goal, you need to do this, give them the tools, and they will work on themselves and improve on that flow, whatever, do little bits of improvements where necessary, and they don't stop if something is missing. You know, they are intelligent enough to understand how to get the job done. So that's the world of agents. And today we look at a powerful new tool called uh, building them called LangGraph, which goes beyond simple chatbots. Okay, it's not just talking with the chatbot, then you get some information, but it's more than that. So let's start by looking at the limitation of what we have now. So most of AI applications are linear. You ask a question, the AI gives an answer. It's simple. It's a simple back and forth exchange. It's input, processing, output. That's pretty much it. But the real world is messy and complex. So to solve real business problems, we need AI that can do more than just talk, right? It needs to somehow be able to take some sort of decisions to the point of getting the job done, right? So we need AI that can act, and this is the leap from a simple chatbot to a true AI agent, right? Then you ask yourself, what is an AI agent? Somebody asked. What's your name again,
My
sir?
name, my name is Jeff.
Alright. So what's the role you said? Okay. What's an AI agent? So what's exactly an AI agent? I'll explain you, but you have to keep your ears open. Think of it as a program that uses an LLM like ChatGPT as the brain, right? You give it a high level goal, and the agent then enters a loop of thinking and acting. So then first it plans by breaking the goal into a series of steps. Then it decides which tool to use. This could be Google search or a call to another company, or even API, or even writing and running a piece of Python code in the backend, right? So it reasons about the information it gets back, and it loops this process: plan, act, reason, over and over again until it has successfully completed the goal. Exactly what you want when you have something to that needs to be to get done, right? You don't want to hire somebody that because they lack in something that they need to walk 2 meters to get it, they will behave like they were just sitting around, being like, "Ah, I don't have that. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna stay here." You want them to be aiming towards achieving the goal, right? So no matter how hard it is, at least unless it's a very reasonable reason uh, issue, you shouldn't stop. So the challenge is controlling the chaos. Now, this sounds amazing, and it is in a certain sense, but in practice, building reliable agents is really hard. A simple agent loop can easily get stuck, repeat the same action, or just completely fail to make progress. It's like having a very smart but sometimes unpredictable employee. As founders, we need our products to be reliable and consistent. We can't have our logic built on something so chaotic. So we need more control, therefore, right? So imagine like you have a factory of very smart people that they have all now they taking over the factory. They think they own the damn thing, and they play in political games and stuff, right? Instead of actually getting the job done, and then they play political games. They whatever they do, whatever the fuck they're supposed to do. So yeah, which kind of happens in certain places. Let's not get into it. So then building agents as graphs. Yeah, this is the exact problem that LangGraph was created to solve. It's a library that lets you structure your agent's logic not as a simple, unpredictable loop, but as a formal graph or a state machine. You define the specific steps as nodes in your graph, and then you define the edges, which are the rules that decide how the agent moves from one step to the next. And in this approach gives you explicit control over the agent's flow, making it more reliable, easier to debug, and far more powerful. So instead of having telling him like a long sentence, like a poem, you go there and say, you have to do this, and this, and this. Did you get it? Okay, go ahead and do it. Obviously, you break it down by steps. You have to do this, and then you do that, and then you do that. And in each step, you set up some rules, some regulations, some backup plans, some if this doesn't happen, then do this. If this doesn't happen, do that. And then obviously, if anything goes wrong, you will understand where you went wrong, and you can fix that, and then everything should flow normally. So if you will find this same system in the N8N, which we spoke about it, but to be honest, N8N actually what they're doing, they're using LangGraph AI agents because LangGraph created them. To be honest, the format is basically the same. Okay, so the founder's advantage. Why should you, as a founder, care about this? It's not like a must. I mean, sorry, it's not like why you should. It's like a choice. There is no choice. You don't understand where you're heading right now when you start up a business, because the technology opens up a whole new class of products that you can build. First of all, the AI companies that master agentic AI will be the next unicorns. Most of them are using them. It will be like walking and driving a car. Okay, why do you why you don't see people walking anymore? Because we have cars now. Exactly the same thing, right? For certain reasons, of course you can still walk, right? But for certain reasons you will not be able to walk, so therefore you will get a fucking car. And that's the whole idea out here. So if you don't think about where exactly I'm going to integrate this workflow in my business so that it makes sense, so that I'm basically fast enough and I can deliver fast enough, then you'll be walking like you will have no chance, man. You wouldn't stand a chance. Okay? So, alright. It's like you starting to run on the highway or something and you're trying to compete against cars. It makes no damn sense, isn't it? Alright. So the you can move beyond simple information retrieval basically and start building applications that performs complex multi-step automation. Imagine an agent that can take a customer request, look up the order in your database, check the shipping status with an internal API, and then draft a personalized email update. That's the power of agent, and LangGraph is a key tool to build them right. Now, that's just a simple example, okay? In reality, this process can be a lot more complex. And the thing is that once you set this up, this happens in a matter of seconds, and it's ridiculous how fast it can get done. So then, if you need to spend 200, 300, 500, 1,000 to get one of these systems down, on the long run is definitely 10 times more convenient for you because usually you'll have two people dealing with this job. So you can understand why businesses will always take decisions in their own best interest and not in the interest of the people. Okay, so therefore they will adopt this, and then you are adopt basically as I said. If you go in at this point, you can go artisanal. All right, just be an artist. If you don't want to compete with the machines, be an artist, and you'll be appreciated for the human side of your business. But these animals only speak one fucking language, and they will adopt it, and they will take it, and you're just looking like a dinosaur if you don't adopt this. But that's your problem to deal with later on when you get there. Okay, so that's a long graph for you in a nutshell, pretty much. I would suggest to go ahead and digest this information, all right, or try to build a system for yourself. First of all, you'll be amazed how useful these tools can be. Obviously, understand the cost involved to get the stuff done. Uh, in certain situations, don't get yourself lazy because we all got this tendency of becoming lazy for some reason. Hence the reason why you see a lot of people overweight, and it would be like a mental overweight because you're not thinking anymore. Obviously, all that energy was spending to do certain mental task. Now you you press a button and you get it done. So it will be the same thing. So yeah, make your decisions wiser. Don't let yourself become that kind of lazy. And yeah, if you can implement that, understand where, maybe in certain situation, if you can build it yourself, obviously it will make a lot more sense than paying somebody to do it. But then, you have to maintain it. You have to understand the changes, all that. You have to understand everything. It's up to you what you're trying to do. That's me. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and smash the comment section. Spread the love, spread the hate, whatever you got in there. Let it out. And thank you for watching.